Hello, welcome back to Senior 1 Mathematics class. We are now on example 2, illustrating factors of a given number. And we said that a factor to a given number is a number which divides that number and the remainder is 0. And in other words, a factor is a natural number that divides exactly into another number. And let's look at these examples. Part A, state the factors of the following numbers. Factors of 6. Now, when we are looking for factors of 6, we are looking for numbers that divide 6 and the remainder is 0. Or we are looking for numbers to which when 6 is divided, there is no remainder. So, we start using counting numbers or natural numbers. So we shall start from 1 and then we shall stop at 6. I will tell you the reason why we don't go beyond 6 or why we don't go beyond any other number. So 6 divided by 1. You press the calculator. 6 divided by 1. If you divide 6 by 1, you get 6 and the remainder is 0. And just because the remainder is 0, you say 1 is a factor of 6. What about 2? 6 divided by 2, we get 3 and the remainder is 0. Therefore, 2 is a factor of 6. Then we go to 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2 and the remainder is 0. Thus, 3 is a factor of 6. What about 4? 6 divided by 4, we get 1 and the remainder is 2. Just because there is a remainder more than 0, 4 does not qualify to be a factor of 6. What about 5? 6 divided by 5, we get 1 and the remainder is 1. And therefore, since there is a remainder greater than 0, we say 5 is not a factor of 6. What about 6 itself? 6 divided by 6, we get 1 and the remainder is 0. Just because the remainder is 0, 6 is a factor of 6. And so far, you must have noticed that 1 is a factor of every number. Any number divided by 1 is that number and the remainder is 0. Also, every number is a factor to itself. That is, if you divide a number by itself, you get 1 and the remainder is 0. So always, if you are listing factors of any number, know that 1 will be there and that number or itself will be the last number as a factor. So why don't we continue trying to divide it by numbers bigger than it? Like if you go to 7 here, if you go to 7 and we say 6 divided by 7, we shall get a decimal number more than 0. We shall get a decimal number 0 point something, that is bigger than 0. So we don't exceed, because the moment we exceed, we get 0 point something. I thought I should explain that. Then part B, factors of 15. These are numbers that divide 15 and there is no remainder. We start from 1. 15 divided by 1 is 15 and the remainder is 0. Thus 1 is a factor of 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7 and the remainder is 1. Just because there is a remainder, 2 is not a factor of 15. What about 3? 15 divided by 3, we get 5 and the remainder is 0. Therefore, 3 is a factor. What about 4? 15 divided by 4 is 3 and the remainder is 3. Just because there is a remainder, 4 is not a factor of 15. What about 5? 15 divided by 5 is 3 and the remainder is 0. That makes 5 a factor of 15. What about 6? 15 divided by 6 is 15 divided by 6 is 2, and the remainder is um, like 3. Yes, it's 2 and the remainder is 3. So 6 is not a factor. How about 7? We get 2 and the remainder is 1. 7 is not a factor. How about 8? 8 is 1 and the remainder is like 7. So 8 is not a factor. How about 9? We get 1 and the remainder is 6. About 10? We get 1 and the remainder is 5. 11, we get 1, the remainder is 4. 12, we get 1 and the remainder is 3. 13, we get 1 and the remainder is 2. 14, we get 1 and the remainder is like 1. And then 15 itself. 15 is a factor to 15. So those are the factors of 15. These are numbers that can divide 15 and there is no remainder. Or these are numbers that you can add each of them. Like if you add 1 15 times, it gives you 15. And if you add 3 5 times, it gives you 15. So let's go to part C. Part C is factors of 20. So here I'm going to be a little faster. 1 is a factor. 20 can be divided by 2, can be divided by exactly by 4, can be divided exactly by 5, exactly by 10, then exactly by 20. So these are the numbers that divide 20 exactly and there is no remainder. 20 divided by 1, you get 20, by 2, you get 10, by 4, you get 5, by 5, you get 4, by 10, you get 2, by 20, you get 1. So those are the factors of 20. Part D, how about factors of 48? These are numbers that divide 48 and there is no remainder. 1 can divide, you divide by 1, you get 48. Then by 2, you get 24. Then by 3, you get 16. Then by 4, you get like 12. By 5, cannot. By 6, 48 divided by 7 cannot. How about 8? 8 can. 9 cannot. 10 cannot. 12. And then 16, 24, and then 48. Those are the numbers that divide 48 exactly, and there is no remainder.